Hey y'all. Hey. My name is Carly. I drive a Harley. I earn $5 a day. I mess with Toy. She like all the boys, and that's what I learned today.
Hey. Welcome back, everybody. This is Toy Stories.
This is Carly. How y'all doing? Matter of fact, let's talk about how you doing.
Whew. So it's been a week. It's been a week and it's been a day.
It's been whatever.
So how you feeling? So this week with the election and work and everything, what's going on?
I am, you know what? Oddly enough, I'm at peace.
Good.
Okay, so at first, before the election, I was so hyped. I was like, oh, I can't go to sleep. I'm up here pacing back and forth. I'm like, this can't be. Mm-hmm. And then at 3:18 in the morning when they said, oh, Trump got it.
Oh, you were up?
I was up. Oh, okay. I was wide awake. I said, oh, crap. But then I had peace. Mm-hmm. But, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I ain't mad. I can't be mad. A lot of people are mad, but for what? Mm-hmm. It's politics, honey. This is the world we live in. Yeah. So it is what it is. How you feeling? How you feel about this whole deal?
So I knew I was going to wake up. I mean, I wasn't going to stay up for the election. I knew that. So I said a good old prayer before I went to sleep. And I just was like, whatever's going to be is going to be. So once I didn't get a lot of texts, I knew what it was. I knew that Hillary did not win. So I was like, dang. And then I seen on my phone that Trump had won. I don't know. I wasn't sad. I wasn't distraught. I think I was more in disbelief than anything that he really had won. Mm-hmm. However, at the end of the day, I believe that we'll be okay.
Yeah.
People are sending text messages and there's Facebook posts, Instagram posts. People are marching. You need to accept the fact that our team did not win. Okay. The truth be told is, who knows what Trump will be like? Just like we prayed for President Obama, we need to continue to pray for our president, Trump, and just be okay and be at peace with it. I think the best thing that you just said was that you are at peace with it. Mm-hmm. Life will go on. Before the people who are on the opposite side, the opposing team, they had to deal with it for 8 years, 2 terms. Life goes on. Right.
And you know who's just as in shock as us? Trump. So let's be real about it.
Because he looked every day. He looked like, did I really win this? Even through the times, you see him on TV. It's like, am this real?
Mm-hmm. But we're going to be in shock. What's going to happen? I believe all the stuff that he said and did beforehand was just to get the voters that he needed to get. Mm-hmm. And it is what it is. And I just think
we need to find a silver lining.
Right. It's not going to be as bad as we think it's going to be.
Right. Mm-hmm. There's no perfect president, so it's always going to be something. Somebody is always going to find something. He will be ridiculed. Everything will be scrutinized, and
the only thing is, he's just not as cool. I mean, I'm sorry.
I know.
He's just not as cool.
I know. No swag.
None, because
I know.
My president.
And all the
I love, I don't care how gay I am. Everybody's like, what they say, you're either 90% straight, 90% gay, 10%, whatever. My 10% would go all the way to Mr. Barack Obama. Ooh.
Well, at least we'll hear all Michelle's speeches again.
And, you rude and disrespectful. Wait, I saw this meme. It was so funny. It was like their meeting, whatever they had this past week, and it was like, hi, my name is Michelle, and Ivanka was like, hi, I'm Michelle. That was so funny to me.
So it's just gonna be a repeat of all Michelle's speeches, but it's okay because I liked all her speeches.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It is what it is.
It is, and I think the truth is, this whole election made me kind of reevaluate and reassess some of the people that are in my circle. People just surprised me, like how weak I felt like they were and defeated. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah, because people are upset and
life is going on.
Right. Because that's the truth. On Facebook and, on Twitter, whatever, people are depressed.
They are depressed.
Didn't come to work.
Distraught.
I'm talking about wanting to jump off my, my partner. Distraught, and it is what it is. And and then people were dropping you off of your circle as well. Was dropping out of your circle. Like, I don't care if you have friends or whatever on Facebook, you were either unfriended, you were blocked. Right. Say the wrong thing, you better not say you voted for Trump.
Right.
Or whatever, vice versa. It
But
was
I have
horrible.
to respect. We have to exercise our right to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone voted for Trump, that's their prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you decide that you weren't going to vote, that's your prerogative too.
I agree.
It's a right, and you can exercise it or you cannot exercise it. It is what it is. But if you voted for Trump, perhaps you had some good reasons to vote for him.
Right.
Who I don't know.
Right. But, it is what it, but, that's a good point, about friends and, this whole entire process and how people fall off. So speaking of it, let's go to the quote of the day. Let's go. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about today.
Your friends will determine the quality and direction of your life.
Girl, okay, so I believe in that thoroughly because, one, me and Doc got into a situation a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the first thing Doc said to me was, you better check your friends. Mm-hmm. Because, she was like, because your friends are in unhappy relationships or they're not happy, she feels like it's going to come onto our relationship. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, it could, that could possibly be,
Because I think people bring stuff that's the issue in their relationship to your relationship. Mm-hmm. And so I think people are happy for you contingent upon their happiness within their relationship.
Correct.
So the minute that there's a rift between them two, they bring it to you. And so you have to be mindful of that and check them because there's issues that people may bring to me. I'm not bringing it to my relationship. Why?
Right.
Because it's not an issue for us. And I'm not going to bring an issue to him that doesn't need to be an issue. Right. It's not fair.
Right. So, and I absolutely 100% agree with that. So, but I had to check. I'm like, ooh, am I bringing in something to my relationship that I shouldn't be? Mm-hmm. Am I reflecting their feelings onto mine? It's just so much that I have to evaluate when it comes to that. But then,
because Miss, we got to have some company,
right? So then you do have to check your crew. Right. You got to check who you're around, who you're hanging around with.
When the girl bring her whole crew, okay.
Right? Because I have also been in situations where my ex will you be hanging out with her friends. Mm-hmm. They're all in relationships. Next, one person breaks up with their girl. Mm-hmm. The whole crew got to break up with their girl because not everybody got to be single. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen it happen before. Mm-hmm. So,
and to me, that's some old elementary stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just be able to hold your own and be okay with what you have going on within your relationship and let it be strong enough that you don't allow the outside, impact what you have going on. Because people will do it all the time if you let them. Everybody not genuine.
They're not.
And then people are human.
Right.
So you know what I mean? They try real hard to be cool with you and down for you, but it's hell in their household. So they just going to bring it to you.
All the time. All the time. So.
And you got to be like, I ain't here for it.
Right. So, do you believe your crew represents yourself?
I think I think that it's important to be mindful of the circle that you keep. If your friends aren't trying to do anything with themselves and they down in the dumps, people go through things. Mm-hmm. However, if they're not trying to better themselves, I think you need to reevaluate because you don't want to be stagnant. You know what I mean? You want to always be progressing. You want to always be evolving.
Oh, that word.
Preach that word. Mm-hmm. So because of that, you need to be mindful of who you have in your circle. Mm-hmm. Who do you talk to on a regular basis? You know what I mean? What are they pouring into you? You know what I mean? Because like minds stay together. So if my best friend really ain't about anything and got a lot of negative energy, bad relationship, not trying to progress in life, however that looks, that will rub off on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? If she just, because they try to pull you in with them. Again, misery loves company. And so it's lonely over there being, down in the dumps. They want some company.
Well, the funny thing for me is I'm quick to drop a crew. I'm quick to kind of leave one and go to the next. And I really, I don't have a crew. I have 4 good Judys.
Leave a group of friends?
Leave a group of friends.
Okay.
Like a circle. I have I have 4 good Judys. 4. That's it. I don't go beyond that. They really don't know each other. They're all separate. They don't hang around each other.
And I think you have to know your friends, though, too.
Yeah.
Know who you can bring certain situations to.
Yes.
So in regards to if you having relationship issues and this person is single, ain't got nobody, ain't trying to get nobody, and they're comfortable with it, then I may not necessarily bring my relationship issues to them.
Yeah.
And not to say that they can't provide insight, because you can get insight and advice from any and everybody. I think it's wiser for me to get some type of information from somebody who's actually going through it and experienced it, and this is what they're about. So I think we have different circle of friends for different things in our life. But
Right.
I think we need to be real careful about who we going to for certain things.
Right. Right. Because, I told you before how I used to hang out with a group of friends and they weren't doing anything.
Right.
But, I wasn't about that life.
Right.
I couldn't live without having a job. Like, the only person who had my back was me. So I had to I have to work. I didn't have time to get involved in drugs and stuff like that.
Right.
I didn't have time for any of that stuff. I had to. So I left them.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to stay there and stay stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still there today.
Right. And they're probably not going anywhere.
Right. And I had to leave. I had to go because I could not be stuck in that rut. Like, never. I just couldn't do it. And even in other groups of friends, it's just like, no, I'm not going to sit here all weekend long being drunk with you. I can't do that.
Or being depressed.
Being depressed. Oh, my God.
What about the sad friends?
About the unhappy ones.
Yeah.
Because the unhappy ones will make you feel bad for no reason.
And so, okay, what about this? What about the friend that you have that's unhappy with life, whether it be because you're in a relationship, you have a job, and or career, things are happening for you and they're upset about the position that they're in, the state that they're in, and it just continue to bring that, it kind of like overflows. You know what I mean? So do you distance yourself from them or what do you do? Because oftentimes I feel like, oftentimes I feel like I don't really want to share what's going on with me because I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. So I can't be my true self. And I want to talk about it, but I can't because
you know what?
you feel some kind of way.
I don't really mention much. And it's so funny. Like with you, it's different. I totally share a lot of things with you. With some friends, I don't share a lot of things with because I'm just like, I'm in a decent place and I'll be a listening ear for you, but my place is not your place. And I think like in those type of situations, you have to be strong because you don't want their energy to bring your energy down.
Right.
And it's really hard because I have a couple of friends who are just very, very negative.
Right.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, can you have one happy day?
Right. So do you keep them?
I still keep them around. And I'm not trying to say I keep them around because I feel like they're going to jump if I'm not there. but
Jump.
But, I don't know, maybe I give too much of myself up to certain people, but I just keep them around. I'm not a type of person to distance myself from someone because they're going through a hard time.
And I agree with that because you don't want to drop somebody when they're at their low place. However, what if that low place is like
consistent, like all the time?
Yeah, indefinite, like.
Then you just kind of like, bye.
Because, all right, so we talk all the time and we both know that there are people in our lives, family, friends that are like that. So for me, I could be extremely dismissive. That's just one of my, I'm not saying that it's a great thing. However, I can be extremely dismissive. So even when it came to family members, like I have one family member who I don't think she's ever happy. There's always something going on, and she's just extremely unhappy. Today, this person did this to me, and it's always the victim, never the victor. So because of that, I had to wean myself off, and I think you need to know where you are in life if you can take that or not.
Very true.
I'm not in a place that I can.
Right.
And I need to own it, and I need to be honest with it, and I'm not in a place where I can take that. I can't listen to that day in and day out. It's draining.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's like my type of spirit or who I am, but I take it, but I really try not to take it onto myself. I'm like I will sit there and give you all the encouraging words in the world to try to make you feel better. But like, no, don't think that way. Think positive. And just some people are they're forever negative.
They are.
And you just gotta, I don't know. For me, I just try to feed back positivity.
Right.
And I don't know if it's a curse or a gift because I get a lot of down people in my life.
Right.
But
at some point, I'm sure of it that it overflows and it becomes a part of you. Because when you have friends and family members that you really care about, it's inevitable in my opinion, because I love you, I care about you, you're going through day in, day out. So now I have taken that burden with me because you're talking about your job and I don't know if I'm going to have it. And, this is going on. And now I'm a little bit stressed about, things that's going on in your life because I don't want you to be unhappy. And I don't want you to, because I care too much about you.
You know what it is? For me, is when you start taxing me. Like, emotionally, it's hard for me unless you're like my immediate family or like my partner. You know, stuff from them that it affects me. But if you start texting me like, "Oh, Carly, I need this and I need that," or "Carly, you know, that's when I kind of back off, and I'm just like, you know what?
So when they're like needy,
when they're too needy, and I feel like I'm being used, that's when I'm just like, out. Okay, let me just kind of cut you off because I don't like that. Like, I'm good and I'm here for support, but I feel like you're doing.
So when is the cutoff point for the person who calls you every day? Not to say they're not asking you for monetary things, so to speak, but they are asking you for your time. So every single day, this person is calling you day in, day out, telling you about all their issues. They are needy.
Very needy.
You know what I mean? They're needy. So at what point does Carly say, "I'm all set"?
I don't, I'm
finished and I'm done.
Shut up. I don't know. I really don't know, like, where a cutoff point for me is. Now, I know I will give them
Maybe
breaks.
I'm just mean.
No, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's a healthy thing that you can do that. For me, I'm just the type of person that I'm always that listening ear. Now, I will put a person on hold. If I'm like, you know what, I cannot deal with your ass right now. Pause for a good week. And it is what it is. I have to pause you out of my life, just kind of recenter myself.
Right.
But I don't think it's because you're mean. It's just that
maybe my patience. I don't.
Maybe it could be a patience thing.
Isn't,
maybe it's a tolerance thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. Right. Maybe it's because I'm an older sister type of thing. Maybe because it's because of my upbringing and me having to listen to problems and making sure my brother's okay and listen to my mom, making sure she's okay, having to take care of me. Maybe that's the reason why I'm so my tolerance is higher. Maybe I'm not sure.
Right. And I think maybe in this stage in the game, if I were to think about it, maybe it's because I feel like it's so stressful and I can't take on anybody else's burdens, and I believe stress kills, that I won't do it. And I reached that point in my life that, life has a way of changing the way that you think. Things happen in your life, and I think my life was just interrupted, and it made me think a lot, do a lot of self-evaluating about relationships that I have, whether it be family members, friends, coworkers, whatever it is that I cannot carry on. I need to fix Toy and work on Toy, and I can't deal with all your issues and your burdens. Not that I want to just drop you, but I think that people need to be more courteous and considerate in regards to how they deliver things.
Yeah.
You can't be that draining friend. And I'm grateful for the support system that I have within my friends. So when I'm down, they're up, and that's how it needs to be. So, I'm on like a group chat, and so with that, one day one of us may be like, I'm feeling bad. I don't know, is this the right direction I need to go into in regards to my career? Should I go back to school? What should I do? And they're like in a low place, and then that's when we come in. But I can't be feeling low and you low too. What? We both have to jump together. Get
right.
here.
And the funny thing was, okay, so today, like, even with family and friends, Doc kind of got on me today for being too nice and being too generous and being too open to my friends and family. Because she's like, you have a big heart. But I'm about to be that heart monitor because you can be taken advantage of and you can be doing too much.
Right.
And I guess maybe that's what it is. I have a really big heart. And I'm not saying that you don't have a big heart,
yes,
but no, I'm not. It's just not as big as mine. But I'm thinking that's it. I mean, because people will take advantage of you and people will drain you, and I consistently I hear it from Doc saying, "Don't take that on. Don't do this. Don't let it get on your nerves. Why are you worrying about somebody else's issues?" So you know what? I'm gonna probably take back everything I just said. Sometimes it does worry me, but especially when it comes to kids, it worries me. When it comes to
right, because
family.
You're not going to tell me that if your family members, that's love right there. It's unconditional love.
Right.
If your family members are in need, it does something to you. You don't want anybody to be in need, especially your parents. So if your parents are in need, they need something, you're like, oh, but it weighs heavy on you. And then no matter how strong you are, it overflows.
It does. It truly does. So I can't, so yeah, I really can't help it. Now, like I said, if it's
So where does the assertiveness come in at? Because if you feel like you are being taken advantage of, or have been taken advantage of, then you don't want to repeat it. So
okay, so times when I knew I was being taken advantage of, I just cut them off.
Okay,
so that was
but
my
what about
assertive.
family?
Now family is totally different. No, I'll take that back, because my mother, I love my mama to death, but I will cut her clean off because I know there's times she can take advantage of me. I don't like that.
So do you think there's some guilt when it comes to parents?
Okay, it depends on your situation. Okay. I feel like, because my upbringing is kind of different. There was a time where, at a young age, where our roles switched. I was no longer the daughter. I had to be the parent.
Got it.
And my mother ended up being a child. I love mama. I love you, mama. But it is what it is. So, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought, but it's okay. but it was just a time where my parents, I don't feel guilty that much.
Okay.
Yeah. So it depends. If you had a upbringing or whatever like that, and your mom really needs something, yes, go ahead and do it. Like with your parents, go ahead and do it. But if you have a different type of parent situation, it's okay to cut people off, because your parents will tax you sometimes, and they will sit there and take advantage, especially if they know what kind of child they have. And your upbringing. I think
the guilt from a parent is so strong, and to me is just straight manipulation.
It is, and it depends how you was raised too. Because if you was raised in that church, God forbid, because everything would be disrespect.
Honor your parents.
Yes, because what you are going to HE double hockey sticks very fast if you don't, So, wow. Parents, there is a form of guilt.
There's that guilt factor.
Yeah, and you can cut off your parents. Don't think you can't. Because there's a time I had to straight cut my mama clean off. I was like, lady, what I'm not about to do is have you take advantage of me and then abuse me at the same time.
Right.
Nope. Gotta go.
Right.
And there's not an issue in doing that, especially if it's for your own mental health.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to separate ourselves from our parents at times when a relationship just is not what it needs to be.
Right.
Respect them and love them unconditionally. However, sometimes you need to separate yourself.
Right. And if you can do that to your parents, you can do that with your friends, and you can do that in relationships as well. So I'll most definitely say don't. If you know what kind of person you are, it's okay to listen. But if you're an absorber, I can't say that word correctly. Absorber?
You little sponge.
Yeah. If you're a sponge, then you probably need to hold off a little bit on that whole negativity thing and reevaluate yourself.
I think it's really about knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are, and owning it, and knowing what you can take and what you cannot take, and just moving forward from that place right there. Because if you're not strong enough to deal with, like I said earlier, I'm not strong. I'm not in that place. So I can't have a large circle of people, even a small circle of people who are draining to me, because I am in a place where I'm trying to move forward. I need a lot of positivity, however that looks. And so my girlfriends calling, or my guy friends calling, saying this and that, man, this ain't going right for me, and this, and that was the whole thing with the election. Like, get out of here, move forward. Are you just about to lay down and just roll over and die?
Right.
Get out of here. You know what I mean? Be stronger than that.
Yeah.
Did you allow this election just to tear you apart?
Yeah. I agree.
And I'm not going to, you're not going to call my phone, and you're not going to tag me, send me screenshots and different things. And, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? People, writing, they can't sleep at night and all this stuff because of who won. I'm sleeping real good.
Right. I mean,
You gotta know who, because although he's the president, you know what I mean? It's like a little spiritual thing, but although he's president of the United States, you know, I know who runs his universe. So for me, it's like, if you need to believe in something.
And you know, and you're gonna have those people, and then you're gonna need faith,
right?
And that's how I had to explain to Doc, because Doc really took it hard, and I was like, you know what, honey, it's okay, because you know it affects us differently, because yes, we are about to get married. Yes, you know, she was like, oh, our rights gonna get taken away, and you know, and all this other stuff, and job stuff, and we're just like, I'm like, it's gonna be okay. I have faith, and I'm not worried. Like I said, I'm at
and
peace.
who's to say he's going to take that away?
Right. Well, he says it in Pence. What does Pence believe in? Conforming type of thing, like, you know, trying to.
I mean, the truth is, I think that everyone is stressed out about the unknown. Fear is really motivating this nation right now, and it's ridiculous.
And that's exactly what it is.
And so I'm not in that place.
Fear.
I have lived with so much fear my whole life, and so I guess I'm grateful for the space that I'm in. The place that I'm in right now is that I'm not about to allow fear just to take over and overcome who I am. Get out of here. If you really feel like you just can't deal with it, then move. Get out. I'm just saying, I mean, we don't know if he's going to take away these rights. I know there's a lot of things that was said, but we don't know how things will really, you know, unfold in these next 4 years. We really don't know. So, and even with the job thing, you know, we have to learn how to be accountable too, even when it comes to our family and our friends with this whole job things, and we may lose our jobs. Okay, if you didn't have a job before, we don't have time to be blaming this on Trump, okay? Maybe you need to go back to school. Maybe you need to relocate. Maybe you need to do something, but sitting up here blaming Trump for things that haven't even happened yet is ludicrous. Get out of here. Take ownership for who you are, what you got going on, what you're doing, what you're not doing. I mean, come on, we can't be blaming him.
That's true. I agree. And, you know, politicians are full of lies, they will say whatever they have to say to get that vote and get in office and do the total opposite. So that's why I'm at peace, and that's why I'm not tripping. And I haven't unfriended anybody, nor have I blocked anybody. Now, I did want to say a few things, but you know, I refrain, and I'm just like, you know what?
And you should be bold enough to say it. If you feel like, you know what, somebody, you know, says something that you didn't like or whatever, and it's on your page, you should be able to say however you feel. They said how they felt.
You know, I'm not very confrontational.
Well, come on with that assertiveness, girl. Did you take the class? I did.
I feel like I'm pretty assertive, but
because people would say crazy things. I can't sleep because of the election. I don't know. Oh my God, my son is this age. You know, what am I going to tell him? All that stuff. I do not want to hear that. Because there's a lot of things that transpired under the Obama administration. Things that we didn't think. Black Lives Matter. I love President Obama. I don't feel like he was. I didn't see him advocate. I mean, he may have went to Trayvon Martin's funeral, but what about the other stuff?
I mean,
white or black lives matter. They do, but I never thought I would see that.
Right. That's going to be a too deep discussion that I don't want to even get into right now. There's a whole nother discussion. But,
I just hate that people are just, before they even allow this man to show us who he is and allow him to. We already damning ourselves in him.
Right. But I think the issue is he already showed us who he was several times.
But people, like you just said, politicians do it all the time. They make it seem like they're going to be this and then they're not.
Right. But I'm talking about before he started running, before all that. You've seen his attitude. You've seen him in public spaces. You've seen his business tactics. I think that's the issue. And as a person I basically did panic, and I stopped panicking after he became president. That's when I had peace. But I was panicking beforehand because I'm just like, oh my God, this cannot happen. Like, this man cannot be the president. But then all of a sudden, after he said I'm going to be the president for all people of the United States of America, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of bullshit under him. Excuse my language. And I was calm. I was like, all this stuff, all this whole election thing was full of crap.
Right.
So I was calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
he may come in here and just do like a 359. You know what I mean? He just may come in and do things totally different. And
359 because that 1%.
Yeah. Hello. I'm real slick.
Right. That's 359. I ain't never heard of that before. That was real cute.
You can write it down. But he may come in and do things totally different. I think that we have to be optimistic and we have to have a better outlook on our future and do what we need to do as people, unite, and just do what we need to do and stop worrying about this one man like he gonna ruin our lives.
So what you gonna do? So how would you do that with your friends? How would you say that to them?
Oh, I already said that to them.
Oh, Miss Assertive. So you already said it
but
to them.
But everybody know I'm very opinionated. Hello. Still, right. I'm very opinionated, and this is just how I feel. Okay, but I let them have their pity party, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Because everybody needs a moment. So I'll allow them to have their pity party, and they said how they felt, and that's their right. And I respect it all day. You know, I had a house divided, so, you know, I allow people to say how they feel. And it is what it is. You voted for this candidate because of a certain reason, and that's fine.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna drop you there.
Right. Have you ever been dropped? This is a good question. Like, have you ever been dropped from from someone? Has someone ever dropped you? And if so, have you ever
like a friend?
Yeah, like a friend.
Have I been dropped? I'm sure I have. But you know what's so funny? I'm sure I have. However, it didn't impact me. I think because of how I'm built, because I'm such a you know, and I can be quite dismissive. I think that maybe I didn't really miss a beat because the value wasn't really there. And I trust the fact that you don't really got to, you know, drop people like that, because I just believe that they'll just drop off.
Hey, you know what? Agreed.
Yeah, because my energy changes. You know, life happens, and so the same friends that I had, you know, let's just say high school, were not the same friends that I had in college. If you would have told me that I wouldn't have some of the same friends that I had in high school, I would never believe that, because they was like your ride or die, and you have all these stories, and then let's say college. I can't even remember some of the people that I was friends with in high school. And then you move on to, you know, post-college, and you starting to get into your groove, your life and your career and stuff. Totally different. But people came and they went. It was their time for them to be a part of my life. And I trust that I'm changing, I'm evolving, I'm growing to be a better me. And because of that, you know what I'm saying, Shaniqua can't come with me. You know what I'm saying? She's just not coming.
Why she got to be Shaniqua?
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying, Judy.
But
so shady stuff.
But you know what? I agree with you. Like, if I ever been dropped, it's because I was halfway dropping you at the same time. Like,
and so you can't even really remember because it's no significance behind it.
But you know,
they dropped you, so like, really, you dropped me because I thought I dropped you.
Right. And here's my thing. When it comes to people within my circle, or, you know, just friendships, period, I value friendship. I need to be able to talk to you like you talk to me.
Yep.
And if I cannot get that, that's when it taxes me. That's when I have to cut you off, because now you're just selfish. I do not like selfish people at all. I don't like it, especially in friendships. When I give you my energy, and that's very important to me, when I give you my energy by listening to your energy, and I'm trying, and you know, and it takes energy to block negative energy. So when I'm listening to you and you don't want to listen to my stuff when I'm actually going through something, screw you, I'm out. I don't need it, because I have dropped several people out of my life because of that.
Let me fan you, girl.
I'm sorry, because
some blood pressure pills.
That heats me up, because I just don't understand why I give you so much, and in return, I don't want to hear it. You don't. Excuse me, more? After I listen to all your BS relationship crap, after I sit here consoled you as you cried and stuff like that, when I come to you with one thing, you're just like, yeah, nah. What?
But some people are just like that.
No, but
it's all about them.
And then to me, that's not friendship. Right. That's not friendship, and I gotta go, because I'm not gonna sit here and give myself to somebody.
I could be your friend, but you don't have to be my friend. And I think that's the misconception that people have. I could be your friend. And I think that just because I'm saying, you know, Carly is my friend, Carly may not necessarily feel like I'm her friend. And so that's that's the the disconnect. That's where the rift starts. So because we're not on the same page.
Difference between friend and friendship.
Absolutely. You don't believe that?
Well, I'm just realizing it right now. Just like you said, I could be, just like you said, I could be your friend, but you might not be my friend.
Right.
And that's crazy.
Right. It takes two to have this, and that's called a friendship. You know what I'm saying? For us to have this union, for us, it's a friendship. I'm your friend and vice versa. You're my friend. I listen to all your stories, you going through certain things, and in return, you listen to mine, whether it's minute or not. You know what I mean? You have to be the listening ear for me just like I am for you. Because if not, it's unbalanced.
That light bulb, girl, gee whiz.
Shout out to that inspiration. Thank you, Lord.
I just never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think that's why we fall out with people. That's why we drop people, is because we don't feel like it's fair. It's not you know what I mean? Like, they're not playing fair. You know, they don't packed up their basketball and they left the court. They ain't even playing fair. And so that's where the big thing comes in. Like, you know what? I don't think this is really going to work out. They're not really my friend. They're not really here for me.
Right.
And when you feel like somebody is not here for you, because you have to have that. Right.
You do.
You do. And especially if you're going through. And you need to know that person is there for you in good times, bad times.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? In the gray areas, too.
Right.
I don't need you just to be around me because everything is good. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good. I need you to be there when I'm in my low place. Mm-hmm. You know?
You're right. But then, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, even, you know, if we were to talk about, you know, your friends, so to speak. So we talking about your friends and you are there for them. When are you there for Carly, and when are they going to be there for Carly? But I think before you even get mad at them, you got to check yourself.
That's very true.
Because you, in this life, you have to show people how to treat you. I don't need to tell you. I'm going to show you.
Hold on. Preach that word, woman. Preach that word one more time. Go ahead. Say it again.
Tweet. You have to show people how to treat you. Don't just expect that just to happen. You have to show them. You know what I mean? Because some people don't get it. We come from all walks of life. People are raised differently. We have so much baggage. We are in our 30s. Yes. Just think about it. All the baggage that we have, people are just different. We're unique individuals. I may not be the right quote unquote friend to you because maybe that's how I was raised and that's how I show friendship, but you don't feel like that. So if I care about you, if I value you, I'm going to try to conform. You know what I mean? And be that kind of friend that I need to be for you.
Preach that word.
I'm preaching, girl.
Preach that word.
Let me get some water.
Absolutely 100% agree. I can't even, there's no rebuttal. There's nothing. You have to show people how to treat you.
Right.
And it's right. You cannot let people drain you and take advantage of your time and your space if they're not giving you the same. So I think that's the message.
And another thing about friendship. Another thing about friendship, I think that it's important that you have established some ground rules and you understand that the person really does truly care about you. Because what you don't want to have is a yes person.
Ooh.
You don't want that. Because if I'm wrong, check me.
Yes.
Don't let me be, because things happen and you cloudy and you can't think straight, you can't see straight. And if I'm on the road to destruction, stop me.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know.
Yes.
Because if you coming at me and you're my friend, you're gonna come to me in love and concern. And so I can respect that.
You know what? And let me tell this is a PSA to everybody.
Tell that PSA.
All of them. Don't be a yes man to your friends when it comes to love, family, relationships, and fashion advice. I'm tired of seeing these heifers out here. Now, I'm a plus size chick, honey. Yes, I know how it is, but I'm tired of seeing y'all heifers out here in these clothes, and your friends are right here partying up and whatever like that, while you're out here looking like a fool and you don't know because your friends told you are cute. Oh, it looks cute. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Quit being a yes person. Oh,
where your real friends at?
Where your real? Because I will say, like, you know, that person has no friends.
Right
there, and she have a whole group of friends around her,
but nobody like her.
Not one of them. They're not her friends.
They don't care about it.
I'm not even talking about plus size. I'm talking about skinny people too.
Right.
You cannot have that yes person because you will go down a road of destruction. Period.
But I think a lot of times it becomes the issue because we're so sensitive. I think our generation is so sensitive.
And you're trying to not hurt somebody's feelings. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Why? Just tell the truth.
Sometimes it's hard.
And you know what? So I'll share this story. So I was talking about this. I think that lying is something that we learn to do from our parents. I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. Teach me, honey.
No, seriously, I feel like we were never able to really fully tell the truth because we had to be mindful, careful of how we may hurt somebody's feelings. For example, if when you were little, I'm pretty sure you did it, and you were like, "Mommy, look at that lady. She is just so ugly." You see, your mom be like, "Oh my God, don't ever say that." Or, I'm about to share some. So, my cousin was telling me a story about her daughter said that the auntie breath was stinky.
Okay.
So she was so mad. The aunt was so mad and was like, you know what? I'm going to beat your butt. Don't you ever say that. And so, of course, I chimed in and I'm like, why can't she not say that? Maybe your breath is stinky. Oh. She is a 3-year-old. 3-year-olds know. You know what I mean? So you all in her face. Talking is rude, and your breath is tart. It's not as fresh. And so she said it, and kids are so honest. We make them dishonest. That's her truth. Her truth is, you know what? Your breath stank.
Light bulb. There it is.
And so we grow up feeling like we can't say what it really is because we may hurt somebody's feelings. And so really it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Delivery is everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? But again, she's 3, and so she probably won't ever say that. So she'll have the auntie all in her face with stinky breath, and I think that's so unfair.
So
I'm letting my kids say what.
Don't. No, wait. They're gonna go around.
They're gonna be like, here come her kid.
Right. Lock them up.
Toy and her old talkative kid.
Right. Just telling the true selves.
Right.
Have no coof at all.
Right.
But and that's very true. So basically, what you need to do is have a I keep on losing my thoughts today.
Just like perfect example of a friend being a friend is I know. You know I'm about to go with your hair.
This heifer. First of all, okay, you know what? Podcast world, let me tell y'all something. I'm tired of this heifer calling me out every single thing. This is a great story. Okay, so here we go. So this is such a great story. So when I don't know what birthday it was. Maybe like my 29th or 28th birthday, right?
Oh, get out of here.
Whatever. I was young.
You're right.
I had.
It was your 37th birthday.
It was whatever.
God.
It was when Marley Twist were very popular. And if no one doesn't know what they are, just YouTube them, right? This heifer. So what happened was I got my hair done. I really wanted this hairstyle, right? I got my hair done.
Okay, pause.
Go ahead.
So when Carly has an idea,
here we go.
Over. It's done. If she sees anything on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is she sees, she is going to get it. If it means that she has to go to Florida to get it, she's going to Florida. If it means that she needs to get on the plane tomorrow and go to San Diego to get it, she's going to do it. If it's in her mind, she cannot stop until it's done. It doesn't matter who tells her what, she is done.
Okay.
Play.
But you know what? I will press play because you know what? Toy wasn't a good friend in this situation, so let's go. So she was not a good friend, and she wasn't a yes person because it's just as bad as a yes person, a mute person. So let's go. So what happened was I had this hair, I had Marley twist, right? I got it done. Now, mind you, it was very Afrocentric. Mind you, I ain't natural. So I had like half a new growth, and then the twisted hair was like permed hair. Was crazy. Now, to me, you couldn't tell me nothing. I look like Mother Earth. Like I look like
we
Queen
need to
of
upload
Egypt.
this picture.
I will, because the picture is hot. I don't care what anybody says. Okay. I will upload this picture. I just look like just everything, just Africa and Earth and goddess. I was just ruler of all. I was just so gorgeous with this hair, right? Now, all my friends. First let's talk about when I went to work. My supervisor said, "What the hell is that?" in my head. Now, mind you, it just wasn't a good job. My hair did not look good, period. I got them later. They looked a little bit better. Then I went to go have lunch, a birthday lunch with my friend. As soon as I got in the car, my friend said, "Oh, bitch, I don't like your hair." Just like that. Just as quick as day. Now, Miss Toy, I came.
Hello.
Go ahead. Tell them how I came in the office because.
So just like Carly, you are on 1,000. Your energy level was just your confidence was just, oh my gosh.
Couldn't tell me nothing.
So just like she described, she felt like
Mother
she was a
Earth.
goddess. She was so happy. She floated
all.
in the office.
Couldn't tell
and
me.
I was stupefied.
But she was silent.
I was silent because it was disbelief. It was equivalent to them saying that Trump is president. I didn't know what
silent.
to do. I was silent because I didn't know. You were so excited and so happy.
Friends don't let friends go down with bad hair.
This is true.
Friends don't let friends wear horrible clothes.
But you know what? I didn't want to pop your bubble. It was like,
everybody else popped it.
they did, but you didn't come to them so happy. You came in there.
No,
to the
I
office.
did.
Yes, you. Okay, hello.
Let me tell you.
Carly came in the office. She was like, girl, I love my hair. My hair is just so cute. Girl, I love it. Girl, please, girl. I went to this party and everybody was looking at me. Girl, I took so many selfies. Ooh, I just love my hair. You like it? Pause. So I didn't know what to say because you were so happy and I hadn't seen you that radiant in so long. Like, really? She like her hair like that?
You know what happened?
But I did eventually tell you.
After the fact.
No. You know what? Somebody told you at work.
Oh, no, I'm about to tell it. Okay, so here we go.
Right.
So it was after the fact because let me tell you, even the girl when I got in her car, she was like, "Oh, bitch, I don't like your hair." I said, "Huh, you a hater." And I didn't care what anybody said. Everybody was hating on me. I didn't care until someone who used to be my hairdresser and we're not that close. We were not that close, but she was my hairdresser. And she came to me and she said, "Carly, I say this to my friends or family. I like to consider you a friend. That is not cute." And as soon as 4:30 hit, I went home and it took me all of 30 minutes to take all that hair out. And it was over with.
But when you told me that she said it, I said, "Oh, okay."
After the fact. You know what? And even if she would have told me, I still wouldn't have believed her. It doesn't matter. But the fact is that you told me that, Carly, maybe that hair choice is not the best for you. I wouldn't let you go around with boogers hanging out your nose. Would I know?
But I think that's different. So if I would have told you, would you have believed me?
It doesn't matter.
But let's just answer.
Janine told me and I didn't believe her.
Exactly. You told me the story before when you came into that office. That's exactly what I wanted you to say. When you came into that office, you was like, "Girl, why Janine sit up there and tell me?"
Everybody was a hater to me.
Exactly. So what difference does it make? You were already there. Okay, I am guilty of being silent, and that's the answer in itself. However, you were already on cloud a million. You came in and you already told me as if, like, you know what? Let me just put this disclaimer out. Yeah, I did check Janine because she did say my hair wasn't cute. So, but okay, so all right, girl, get it. I'm like, okay.
You know, everybody let me go through that whole entire weekend because it only lasted a weekend, basically, with that hair. It was so funny.
But you were so happy. So, okay, I am guilty of not saying anything. However, would it have mattered?
And so was everybody else at my birthday party who was like, "Oh, Carly, what you do to your hair?" And then to say it looked. Now that I think about it, hindsight is always 20/20.
It is.
No one said it was cute.
Right.
Everybody just like, "And Carly, what you doing to your hair?" I'm like, "Girl, these are Molly twists."
So you were in your own bubble. You were in your own reality, and it was crazy. So it really doesn't matter. You had some yes people. So, okay, check this. So sometimes you can have yes people in your corner. You don't hear it.
That's true.
Or not yes people, but you can have some people who are telling you what it is, and you don't care.
Right.
You're not listening. You're not taking heed to it.
That's true.
So we all could have told you whatever, and you were like, "I'm real cute, so I don't care what you got to say."
So at that time.
Oh, okay.
Until it took a person who was not like a really close friend of mine to be like, and she was a hairstylist, so that was a key too. She was like, "That's not cute. I don't like it. Bye."
But you still was gonna rock it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you always care about what people say? No, not this chick right here.
Nah.
And just like that, you went ahead and got them Marley braids. Just like that.
Well, anyway, the point is, you don't need yes people in your corner all the time. You need somebody who can tell you the truth. And what you don't need are silent people either. Just a PSA to those folks out there. Say something. Let your friends be better. Because your crew will represent you, and how you look, your friends will look. And trust me, I ain't hanging around no I ain't trying to say no little crusty chicks, but I'm not. No, my
Know
crew,
your circle.
I know mine, and I will represent them anywhere I go.
Check yourself. Be mindful who you talking to, who you texting. You know who you giving all your attention to. It's 24 hours in this day, and so if you giving your attention to a lot of people who really not trying to help you get, where you need to be in life or empowering you to where you need to be, hey,
okay,
check that circle.
Right. So on that note, I think we good. You good?
I'll end with an affirmation.
Go ahead. End with that affirmation.
All right. I now attract all the right people in my life.
Ooh, and I love it. So, I attract all the right people in my life.
Keep saying it.
I'm gonna say that. I attract all the right people in my life.
Amen.
Watch me do me. Okay. Okay. So if you want to get in contact with us, you can reach us on LBClear Podcast on YouTube,
Twitter, LBClear Podcast,
Facebook, LBClear Podcast,
Instagram, LBClear Podcast,
Gmail, LBClearPodcast@gmail.com,
SoundCloud,
LBClear Podcast, all the way around. So please give us your feedback, comments, advice, insight, topics. We will love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.